Hello everyone. Let's look at this Olympiad Mathematics. Square root of x plus 2 equal to x. This is very simple because we know what we're going to do, right? But it will be difficult if you do not know what to do. Sit back and learn. Make root x the subject and it will be equal to, we have x minus 2, right? Okay, the next thing is to make x to be alone. As we have square root of x, we will square this because this is the only way we can eliminate this square from here. And whatever you do on two sides, it will not change the equation. X minus 2, this will be squared as well. Now this and this are gone. X will be equal to x minus 2 to the power of 2. Now, if you have this to the power of 2, do you remember this? A to the power of, okay, not this. We have a minus b to the power of 2. Now, what does this mean? This means you're having a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, right? Okay, so if this is what you would have, then in place of this, we can employ this, right? So that we have x to be equal to our a is x, meaning that we have x squared minus 2 times a, which is x, times b, which is 2, then plus b squared, which would now be 2 squared. And then from here, x will be equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. By the way, we can arrange this in a better way, right? So that we will be having x squared will come first, minus 4x will follow. This is coming to meet the other, so it turns to minus x, and plus 4 comes down, and all of this will be equal to 0 because I brought everything to the same side. This means that x squared minus 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. I know some persons will be saying that minus 4x minus x should give us minus 3x, right? But that's not correct, right? So from here, what method do we use to deal with this? We can decide to use we can decide to use the factorization method or the formula method. But let's try to factorize. Two numbers will multiply to get 4. The numbers are minus 4 and minus 1. Minus 4 times minus 1 will give 4, and then minus 4 minus 1 will give minus 5. So to factorize this now, we're going to be having x minus 4 as the first factor because of this 4. Then the second factor is x minus 1, and then the whole of this is equal to 0. To continue with this, x minus 4 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. What I've done is to apply 0 product through. Now from here, x is equal to 0 plus 4, or x is equal to 0 plus 1. X is equal to 4, or x is equal to 1. So these are the two values of x. As a matter of fact, we can call x1 to be 4, and then x2 to be equal to 1. But then, do you think these two values will, satisfy the equation? That's where we are going next. The original equation is square root of x plus 2 equal to x. Now, this checking is very important because it helps to, make you understand whether you're right or wrong, right? And at the same time, in the process of trying to check your work, you will also learn. Okay, now we have x1 to be 4, so I can put in 4 here, as I have square root of 4 plus 2 equal to, this may not be equal to that, so let me circle it, and then we have x is also 4. From here, square root of 4 is 2 plus 2, right, equal to 4, which may not be equal, but then from here we already know that it's going to be equal, right, because we are having 2 plus 2, which is 4, and that is what we had on the right hand side. So we have confirmed that x1 to be equal to 4 is satisfying the equation. Now let's look at the second value of x, which is x2 equal to 1. The original equation still remains square root of x plus 2 equal to x. So let's put in, sorry, it's out of sight. Okay, so this is the original equation, and we will be putting in the value of x, which is 1. We're going to have square root of 1 plus 2 being equal to x, and it's 1 now. Now, if you go ahead from here, we're going to have 1, because square root of 1 is 1, plus 2. By the way, let me circle this because it may not be equal. Then we have this to be 1. Now 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 is not equal to 1. Now what does this mean? Let me go to the other side of this. So this means that x1, which is equal to 4, satisfies the equation, and then x2, which is equal to 1, does not satisfy the equation. But when you solve both of these, when you solve this equation, you will have two values, and one of the values is 4 for x and the other is 1, but only one of them satisfies. And then look at the question that some of my fans still ask: does it mean that the working was wrong? How come we have one value satisfying and the other one not satisfying? This is because this is not a direct quadratic equation. If it is a direct quadratic equation, the two values of x would have been satisfying. But because it is not first a quadratic equation, but after taking some steps we got quadratic equation, both of them will not necessarily or may not necessarily satisfy the equation. So that's why it is only one of the solutions that is satisfying. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned something. Thank you.